the Tao Te Ching is saying if you start with weakness, weakness can be a form of strength. Turning the other cheek is a form of strength.
So this chapter on the first 6 line, sort of close to Robert's version. So Robert's version talks about we want Lao Tzu favor weakness over strength. So this weakness, it's the weakness that we look on the surface, it looks weak, but it has its inner strength.
Which talks about water. What is the theme of water? It doesn't exactly talk about goodness. And if you get chapter 29 and you get it as a sign, ooh, it's not something, it's not so. Can anybody tell me what 29 in the I Ching means? It means danger. I've often thought, well, gosh, where's the relationship between Tao Te Ching and the I Ching? And then when you look at the third line, look at my third line, look at Joanna's third line also later. I would say mostly men, but women too. But I mean, don't like to be in a low place, don't like to take the lowest place, most people don't like to be stepped upon. So,
but I think this does not just apply to Asian, it applies to all the race.
Absolutely, over the whole world.
It applies to the kids too, right? Children,
yes.
Little children.
which tells you about reincarnation, I think, about how people take things, kind of bring things into this life.
If you want to know Tao, I think Tao, for something that's more tangible, so more visible, more audible, the item that Lao Tzu can find is water. So water, if you look at the characteristic water, you can find Tao. So what is Tao? Tao has the greatest virtue. And water benefit all creature and does not contend. Water never compete, and water will embrace all. If you put salt, water can embrace something that it's a different kind. For example, water and salt, they can mingle together. We can mix them together. Water with turmeric, of course, and all kind of ink. The girls, we hair dye our hair, we use water. So, and why does water situate in the most disgusting place? The toilet, right? We use water to flush our toilet. Isn't that the most disgusting place? But water can situate there. Talking about Tao, Tao can be in any place, even in the most disgusting place. When in a situation when we are going to burst our anger, that's the place that we can exercise our Tao, isn't it?
I mainly want to talk about the first two lines now too, and it says, know the male, but follow the role of the female. Now in the I Ching, Yang, I believe, represents thought, and the female, Yin, represents feeling. Now, to be a human being, whether you're a male human or you're a female human, you have to have both of those things inside you. So in a sense, I think that that the similarities outweigh the differences between male humans and female humans, because we all have to think and we all have feelings. But in those first two lines, know the male, but follow the role of the female, I believe, in my view, Lao Tzu is saying that value goodness over your intelligence. That means value your female factor over the male. Lao Tzu, I believe, in my view, would say that goodness outweighs intelligence. Now, you might say, oh my gosh, most people will say, boy, it's more important to be sharp. It's more important to be smart. But remember, I also said earlier on that Lao Tzu and the Tao Te Ching is contrary. It hits you from the back end. And does that mean that I'm saying that intelligence is not important? Intelligence is damn important. It's important, but it's not as important as love and goodness are.
Yeah, thank you, Robert. So we talk about male and female. So we can look at female as something that's it's like our Tao, our true nature, and male is like what is manifested, like our intellect, like our intelligence. So how can you exercise your intelligence without align with your true self? So that alignment with your true self is very important. So in other words, Tao and De is think about like a fruit. So I think in the last week we talked about the peach, right? So the peach has the seed. So that seed is female, and the fruit part that we eat is the male. Okay, so and this concept applies to everything in life. You see this cell phone here? So female would be like the software in the phone, like the app, right? In the phone, there's a lot of app, but then how we run it, how does the app work? How do we use Facebook to connect each other? That will be the male part. So in Robert's version, he used the term uncut form. So this term uncut form, it means our Tao, it means our true essence. We can look at this 28 into 4 sections. So the first 3 sections echo with each other. The first one, second one, and the third one. And you can see that there's similarity. For example, on the yellow part, the masculine, the white, the glory, you can put them as one category. And on the right is the pink part that highlighted in pink, the feminine, the black, and the humiliation. The masculine part and the white and the glory. This is something that we all want. We want to express ourselves. Sometimes we want to show off. Sometimes we want to express how great we are, how talented we are. But then there are times that we need to be humble. We need to stay low like water. We need to stay in the dirtiest place, most disgusting place, and we need to be at peace.
Like you were saying, okay, the masculine, is supposed to be strong and be able to fight and everything, defend us from the enemies, all this, be able to go to battles and fight battles and win battles.
Yes.
Okay, but the thing is, the female does not really like take swords and shields and stabs people in battles. They don't really do that. When Jesus like trying to was teaching his disciples how, the way, there's a Catholic priest I met. His name is Father Tree. And he would tell us back then in the time of Jesus, Christians were not really called the Christian. They were called the people of the way.